Hurricane Sandy, it was a tropical storm, wiped out most of New Jersey's coastline. So a lot of stores got ripped up. The whole boardwalk pretty much got torn off, and people are still trying to recuperate after all these years. And not a lot of people like to help out other Americans. Like you can even see that with New Orleans. I don't fucking know.
So what do you know about Hurricane Sandy? Where do you live?
I live in Atlantic City, New Jersey, and when the first night it happened, I remember I went outside and I was driving over to my friend's house, and everywhere I looked, everyone's front yard was just completely ripped up. There were trees completely dug up out of the roots and just hanging everywhere. Then even today, if I go fishing, we'll go back in the bay and there's all the homes right on the waterfront. They're still not even fixed. They're just all collapsed under the water, and just it knocked a lot of people out of their homes. And all of our power was out for a week, so I just stayed at one of the casinos for a week. But, yeah, it was really bad. It still isn't all good. My house? We had a couple trees that fell down. One of my best friends had a tree fall in his car and just completely break it. But my house actually wasn't too bad. We just had some trees dug up, and we didn't have power for about 5 days.
Well, I'm from North Jersey, about 10 miles from Manhattan, and my house totally lost power. The entire town, a lot of fallen trees. Nothing, wasn't the worst hit town, but I mean, without power for 2 weeks was pretty rough for my dad.
The worst case I saw would probably be the homes right on the water. There was this one home, it's actually a pretty big home too, and it just completely just went on a 45-degree angle, got split right in the water, and there was just floating furniture everywhere, and it was really, really bad. It still isn't fixed. There's a whole row of homes that just aren't fixed at all. Natural disaster. I guess you could call it that. I mean, I don't think it's probably the worst storm that's ever hit, but it was definitely a really bad one. It affected a lot of lives, so yeah.
If you were the government, do you think you can come up with some ideas to
prevent it?
Yeah, to do a better job.
Can't stop nature. I mean, there's a hurricane. There's nothing you can really stop with that. I mean, you could maybe structure your homes better, but even then, right on the water, it's tough.
Do you think the government did a good job in the Hurricane Sandy?
They didn't respond to it as they did they did to the stuff that happened in New Orleans. So I think there should be consistency.
So they did a pretty bad job.
Yeah.
Personally, I was in Washington D.C. during the hurricane. Never lost power. Didn't even seem that bad to me, to be honest. I had no idea that it was going to be such a big hurricane. Only until the next morning when I turned on the news. Yeah, that's it.